Hello guys, my name is DJStudios and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the final part of the Big Finish audios for Timelord Victorious, and that is called Mutually Assured Destruction. Within this story, the Doctor's had a bit of a narrative gap from my experiences with Timelord Victorious and since the last audio, because I'm judging these as its own trilogy and individually. So there has been a big gap, and now the Doctor is on a ship full of Daleks and has to escape it, basically. Now, first thing I want to say is that Paul McGann is an excellent Doctor, and they give him a lot of very good lines in this episode, very cool moments as well. During the interviews, they described the episode at one point as Die Hard with Daleks. I really like that. I like that idea, and I think that hearing that has maybe kind of made it easier for me to categorize how I feel about the episode. I did enjoy it because I looked at my phone and I realized it was over, and I was like, oh, that's sad, because I could have sworn I only started it 20 minutes ago. The Daleks are really good, and I like how they've got their own personalities and stuff like that within the episode as well. The thing that is also apparent in this one, but has also been apparent in all three of them, to be honest, is that they are very well written and quite witty. My gripe with the episode is that I feel like some of the transitions are really weird. Some of them can go from sort of fading out one scene to fading into another, and there's kind of like a gap, which I'm not really a big fan of, especially when Big Finish does do some amazing transitions into scenes. My other thing is that this narrative gap has sort of grinded my gears a little bit with the idea that this Timelord Victorious stuff is on its own, because it's made me realise that they're not. It's like saying Infinity War is its own movie. It's definitely linked to Endgame, yet I suppose it technically is. And that's how I feel about this episode as well. Technically, it's its own episode. It's the Die Hard in space kind of thing, which is all well and good. But it feels like I've been dumped halfway through a different story once again. It feels like the stuff that was happening in the previous episode has been resolved. Or, you know, there was talk about some kind of death ray in the last episode, and that's kind of gone now. And I was very confused by that aspect. So it's like someone skipped a couple of episodes in a box set of Game of Thrones, and now you don't know who's dead and who's alive. It seems to be that the books hold the answers, and I'm yet to read the books because I'm a slow reader, basically, and I want to spend the time actually reading them instead of trying to, like, rush through them as quickly as I can in order to talk about them. So I'm sure that in time this will become a really good story when it links into the book that I've read. But at this point, and judging them alone, which is what I've been doing this entire time, I simply can't say that I've really enjoyed that aspect. It does feel like someone's skipped something and you're stuck trying to pick up the pieces and try and work out what's going on, which is very simple, and it's lucky that it is, because if it was complicated I would not have a clue what's going on. So I wouldn't recommend rushing out and getting this one, or sitting at your computer and buying it now necessarily. Maybe wait till you've read the books, for example, and things like that. But overall, I did enjoy this episode, I have to say. You know, I listened to it, I thought it had some really nice moments and something that I'd really like to revisit. Not often, it's not an instant classic, but there was still some really nice moments within it. If you're wondering why I'm sitting like this, it's because I'm currently working on Forging the Cybermen Part 2, and I'm currently sitting here recording it, which is why you're in this position. It's just an absolute pain to set up all those lights and everything up there, because that's my bed. But part 1, talking about all the classic episodes of Doctor Who and the evolution of the Cybermen. I'm talking about the designs, and my reactions to them episodes are going to come out, part 1 anyway, on the 20th of December, and part 2 some point around the same time the following month. Did you enjoy this audio drama? Do you think it was rubbish, or do you have very mixed feelings on it? Have you read the books? Are they worth buying? I don't really want to spend £8-9 on them individually, and, you know, let's say 20 quid, especially this close to Christmas. So let me know in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon.